Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to conduct 3 tasks that tax practitioners perform using resources available on Lexis. My name is Cheryl Clark and I'm a Lexis practice area consultant based in the Kansas City metropolitan area. I've been with Lexis for over 20 years, working with law schools and law firms in Kansas and Missouri. Prior to joining Lexis, I worked in the legal department of a leading global engineering company and as a research librarian in a large law firm. Lexis provides a broad suite of resources to help you achieve maximum productivity in tax practice. Today we'll discuss 3 different resources: Lexis Plus, Practical Guidance, and Lexis Tax that will help you with a variety of different tasks. By learning more about your Lexis resources for tax, you'll be able to confidently select an efficient way to approach each matter and excel in practice. The first task we will cover is conducting legal research on a tax issue or topic using Lexis Plus. Lexis Plus delivers comprehensive, effective, and relevant research results in all practice areas. The tax matter that you're being asked to research involves a partner in a partnership who plans to make a contribution of property to the partnership. The partner will also receive a cash distribution from the partnership at about the same time. You recall that contributions to a partnership by a partner are generally non-taxable. You're being asked to research whether the transfer might be taxable as a disguised sale. With just the information that you know, a broad keyword search on Lexis Plus can provide an effective starting point to help you get up to speed on the topic and begin to locate key materials. Our search will be the word partner, exclamation point, within the same paragraph, disguised sale. This is a terms and connectors search, and it asks Lexis to find the word partner, and the exclamation means or any word with the root word partner, such as partnership, within the same paragraph as disguised sale. Let's try to see if there might be a key Internal Revenue Code section on our issue by selecting statutes and legislation. And further, using the category filter and selecting codes. And using the jurisdiction filter and selecting U.S. Federal. Filters help you locate particular materials efficiently. It appears that 26 U.S.C.S. 707 at the top of the results may be relevant for us. A tax research matter will also typically encompass the following materials: Administrative Codes and Regulations. Select More, then Administrative Codes and Regulations. Use the jurisdiction filter and select U.S. Federal. It's here that you will find final and temporary regulations, which are found in the Code of Federal Regulations. Proposed regulations are found in the Federal Register. Note that under Sources, you could choose either of these materials. Continuing our research, let's select Administrative Materials. Jurisdiction, U.S. Federal. It's here that you'll find various IRS agency materials. If we open Sources, we'll see that these include rulings and releases and other documents. Cases. Unlike many of the practice areas, case law often plays a somewhat lesser role for tax research. Your research may also include practical guidance. This would include practice notes, articles, templates, and checklists. They are integrated into your search results here on Lexis Plus. However, you can access practical guidance by practice area, like tax, using the practical guidance experience area, which we'll look at in a minute. Now, if you don't know the topic that you're researching well, it is often a best practice to consult secondary materials even before reviewing primary source content further. Let's select secondary materials. Here you'll see that Lexis provides you a vast, exclusive collection of hundreds of authoritative tax and tax-related treatises, journals, and law reviews to help you gain insight and find direction. Note this chapter from Chapter 704 from Tax Planning for Partners, Partnerships, and LLCs. It's one of the numerous Matthew Bender treatises that you'll find on Lexis. The Matthew Bender series of treatises is an invaluable resource to turn to for analysis. The next task we'll cover is finding step-by-step how-to practice resources and guidance on a matter using practical guidance. Choose practical guidance on the left. In addition to searching the broad universe of content via Lexis Plus, practical guidance on Lexis offers step-by-step how-to practice resources, checklists, and model documents which help practitioners do their job faster and more efficiently. Practical guidance materials cover 20 practice areas, including tax. We'll go ahead and choose tax. And let's walk through just a few examples of resources. The tax matter that you're being asked to research involves a merger and acquisition transaction tax issue. A client who is a pharmaceutical company who intends to acquire a business that manufactures revolutionary intravenous delivery devices, and you've been asked to advise on tax issues in the transaction. There are two ways to locate content: searching or browsing using tasks and other hyperlinks. Let's start with searching. There are a few different choices in legal structures for acquiring a business, so you consider ideas along with your client regarding how the deal might best be structured and what are the advantages and disadvantages of each. Practical guidance can focus your attention on key issues and get you up to speed. One of the potential forms of structure for the deal is a stock acquisition. So from the search box, we'll go ahead and type in quotes, stock acquisition. And then we'll scroll through, maybe the first 10 search results, and you'll see that these will cover taxable acquisitions, tax benefit maximization, and other relevant practice nodes. Let's go ahead and choose the first, stock acquisitions for C corporations. It offers a general overview of stock acquisition transactions involving C corporations, which are the most common type of corporation, advantages and disadvantages of a stock acquisition, and key concepts in structuring a deal. Note that the related content over on the right also includes additional practice notes, secondary materials, administrative materials, and statutes and legislation. Let's look at the other way to locate practical guides besides searching, and that would be browsing tasks. So we'll go ahead and return to the Lexis Plus Practical Guidance homepage and select tax. And on the left-hand side, you'll see tasks. Let's go ahead and open the plus sign next to business entities and select C corporations. Note the content categories on the left-hand side here. We are at practiced notes, and notice in addition there are templates and clauses. So templates would be annotated full agreements, and then clauses would be used by attorneys to customize their agreements to client-specific needs, and these are going to assist you with drafting and reviewing tax-related provisions of agreements and other documents. Let's go ahead and click clauses. And then maybe we'll click into a core agreement called Tax Covenants, Public Target Acquisition. And let's open the summary, which explains the purpose of the clause and how it's used. We can expand drafting notes and all clauses. There's great value in having these annotations, and you can download using the delivery option at the top. Notice also that you can open the form into a Word document. Let's use our back browser button to return to the C Corporations topic. And notice that you also have checklists, which are really helpful at the start or the close of your deal to make sure you dot all the I's and cross all the T's. And finally, there are also different types of practice notes. For example, surveys or resource kits. So scroll down here a little bit, and then you'll notice C Corporation Taxation Resource Kit, and these bring together multiple materials on a particular topic in one place in one convenient document. The third and last task we will cover is how to conduct research using Lexis Tax, a platform designed specifically for tax practitioners that provides easy access to over 1,400 federal, state, and local, and international tax, accounting, and estate planning sources. Access Lexis Tax using the product switcher in the upper left corner of the screen. It should be noted that both Lexis Plus and Lexis Tax deliver you comprehensive tax research results very effectively. You can use either in your tax research, but also use them in tandem. Fundamentally, the materials on Lexis Plus and Lexis Tax are the same, but Lexis Tax is organized in a way that's more intuitive to a tax practitioner. Let's take a quick overview of Lexis Tax. Note that to the right of the word Lexis Tax, you'll see Practice Area. The Practice Area dropdown provides several subpages: Federal, State and Local, U.S. International, and then Accounting and Auditing, and Estates Practice. Note that on each Practice Area page, you'll see the same main tabs across the top: Search, News, Tax Overview, Get a Document, Search all Lexis Tax Practice Areas. The Search tab essentially pre-filters results for you. For example, we're using the Federal tab, and typing a search in the search box will retrieve results only from the federal materials found on this federal page. News takes the user directly to tax news materials. Tax Overview, this is the Federal Tax Advisor source, which is a comprehensive tax treatise. Get a Document, when you have numbers or a site for a specific tax document, like an IRS ruling or release, but you're not sure you have the proper format, Get a Document can assist with formatting. You also have the option to do a global search of all tax materials on Lexis Tax by using the Search All Lexis Tax Sources at the top of the screen. Here in the Search tab, below the search box, note that the sources are organized into pods. For example, statutes, regulations, cases, administrative guidance, secondary materials, and legal news. The last task you need to complete requires you to submit a memo on Internal Revenue Code Section 163J, Limitation on Business Interest. You need to conduct research and locate materials on this subject quickly and as efficiently as possible. You've got a list describing what's needed, but you don't have citations, and you might need legislative history. Lexis has an exclusive feature, Tax Advisor Federal Code Reporter, previously mentioned, that compiles each code section along with selected key materials. Go to Get a Document and use the IRC source option and enter your code 163. This could also be done at the main search box, and then you'll go directly to that code section in the Tax Advisor Federal Code Reporter. To the left side, you'll see key materials, such as selected, final, temporary, and proposed regulations and legislative history. We'll click to expand the legislative history. This portion traces each code section back to 1954 or when it was enacted, and it lists acts that amended it. Let's say that you end up having on your list of things to collect the CARES Act and the Tax Cuts and Job Act. What you will find when you click into the legislative history of the Tax Advisor Federal Code Reporter is a single document that contains links to the public laws for each of the acts. For example, we can click on Public Law 116-136, which is the CARES Act. Or we could click on Public Law 115-97, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Each section will have links out to important documents, including committee reports, conference reports, and documents from Joint Committee on Taxation. Lastly, at the bottom, primary law can be selected, and this will generate material on IRC 163. Today you have learned how to conduct 3 tasks that tax practitioners perform using resources available on Lexis: conducting legal research on a tax issue or topic using Lexis Plus, finding step-by-step how-to practice resources and guidance on a matter using Practical Guidance, and conducting research using Lexis Tax, a platform designed specifically for tax practitioners. These Lexis resources will help you to achieve maximum productivity in tax practice. If you want to learn more or need research assistance, reach out to your Lexis rep to schedule a training session or contact customer support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-45-LEXIS.